Gauff keeps American hopes alive.
What a wonderful way to begin the year. With a performance that sends shockwaves through the whole tennis world, Coco Gauff has burst onto the scene in 2026. At the United Cup semifinals, the young American hero just performed yet another masterclass, defeating the formidable EGAT in straight sets for an incredible fourth straight triumph over the former world #1. This is more than just a victory. This is an assertion. This is Coco Gauff declaring to the tennis community that she is here to stay. The story is told in the scoreline. 6-4, 6-2. Two outstanding sets that astonished fans worldwide and propelled Team USA back into contention. However, there was much more to this game than just the scores. This was about Coco Gauff solidifying her reputation as the player who has worked out how to routinely beat one of this generation's best opponents. This was about a guard change taking place in front of our very eyes. Coco Gauff displayed an energy and focus that was truly thrilling to watch from the very first point of this semi-final match. She had remarkable movement on the court. Świątek was scurrying from the baseline as a result of her flawless posture and powerful, precise punches. When meeting elite competition, this was not the hesitant Coco we could have witnessed in previous years. This player had the total confidence to carry out her game plan flawlessly and knew exactly what she needed to do. The first set demonstrated Gauff's development as a whole player. She got off to a great start, controlling play with her strong ground strokes and retrieving balls that most players would never even reach thanks to her amazing court coverage. Her returns were forceful, her serve was clicking, and above all, she had a strong mental game. To her credit, she never gives up easily. As she tried to force her own heavy-hitting style on the game, the Polish star started to rediscover her groove and staged a valiant comeback attempt, clawing her way to 4 games. However, this is where the new Coco Gauff truly came to life. In the past, we may have noticed some anxiety while confronting a champion, such as when making a push. The younger athlete may have tightened up or begun to play more cautiously.
Not now.
With the poise of an experienced champion, Gauff maintained her aggressive strategy and prevented any genuine momentum from building. Gauff always had a response when it appeared that the Polish player might be able to get back into the set. An unreturnable serve out wide, a devastating forehand winner down the line, and a flawlessly executed drop shot that demonstrated her growing toolkit. You could see Gauff's confidence when she closed out that first set at 64, but more significantly, you could see a steely determination that screamed one set would not be sufficient. She wanted to create a strong impression, and she succeeded in doing so in the second set. Coco Gauff really took charge in the second set, demonstrating why she's becoming into a nightmare matchup for even the world's greatest players. Came out attempting to alter the course of events, maintain her composure, and figure out how to prolong the match. She attempted to vary her speed. She made an effort to visit the internet more regularly. To throw off the rhythm of golf, she attempted every strategy in her tactical playbook. However, Coco persisted. Utterly unrelenting. This is what sets excellent players apart from mediocre ones. The capacity to improve your level while your opponent is battling with all of their resources, rather than just maintaining it. Gauff didn't allow Świątek a chance to catch her breath, recover, or have faith that she could win this match. The American persisted in applying pressure with her deep, piercing ground strokes. Her movement remained superb, enabling her to play outstanding defense when necessary and then move fluidly into offense when chances arose. Only managed 3 games in that second set, and even those felt like hard work because Gauff was scoring a ton of points when she got the opportunity to break. In fact, the 6-3 score line highlights how dominant Gauff was for portions of the set. In certain games, Świątek appeared to be totally overpowered by the other team's speed, strength, and accuracy. Gauff's performance will go down in history as one of the pivotal milestones of her early career when she scored the game-winning goal. This is where the story becomes even more amazing, though. This upset wasn't an isolated incident. Coco Gauff did not catch Iga Świątek on a bad day. This triumph signifies something far more important: the establishment of total control over one of the greatest athletes in the sport. Let's look at Coco's amazing run versus Świątek since the previous season. It all began during the round-robin phase of the 2024 WTA Finals. In a match that many at the time saw as potentially pivotal in their rivalry, Gauff overcame Świątek 63-6-4. Then came the 2025 United Cup Finals, which Coco won once more, by the same 64-64 scoreline this time. People began to pay attention. Was this turning into a true pattern? In Madrid during the 2025 semifinals, the response was clear. This was more than just a victory. It was a complete demolition. The tennis world was completely taken aback by Coco Gauff's overwhelming 6-1 victory over Iga Świątek. This was a dramatic victory that demonstrated that Gauff had not only worked out how to periodically outsmart Świątek, but had also cracked the code entirely. We have now seen victory number 464-62 in the 2026 United Cup semifinals. For victories in a row, Coco Gauff has shown on 4 separate occasions that she is capable of up to the situation and defeating one of the top champions of the generation. As a result, G is the only female player on the circuit who can match Świątek's lengthy winning streak. Świątek has dominated women's tennis and consistently won Grand Slam titles. Consider the implications of this for women's tennis as a whole. Iga Świątek has been a force of nature. Her aggressive baseline style, mental toughness, and champion attitude have crushed the great majority of her opponents. Few players have been able to solve Świątek's puzzle on a regular basis. However, Coco Gauff has not only figured it out, but she has mastered it. She has created a gaming style and strategy that appears to be especially intended to counteract everything that makes Świątek so dangerous. This is the question that is currently being asked by everyone in the tennis community. Can Coco Gauff use this amazing momentum to take the top spot in the world rankings in 2026? From what we've seen, the answer is definitely yes, she can, rather than simply maybe. Here's why. First and foremost, Gauff has demonstrated her ability to defeat the greatest on the largest stages. This isn't about winning a lot of matches against opponents with lower ranks or doing well in the first few rounds. When it counts most, in the semifinals and finals, when the pressure is at its highest, Coco is performing. What sets the best players apart from everyone else is the mental toughness she is exhibiting. Champions manage to win the games that define their careers, and G is doing just that. Second, her game has developed to the point that opponents can't find any clear vulnerabilities in her. Her serve has significantly improved and is now a legitimate weapon. Her forehand, which was formerly thought to be the slightly weaker wing, is now powerfully crushing balls. She continues to draw lines with her backhand, which has always been exceptional. She still has some of the best defense and movement in the game, but she's now combining those skills with aggressive shot-making to put her opponents on the defensive. This is a complete, contemporary tennis game that works well on any surface. For Gauff's rise, the timing couldn't be more ideal. Even though Świątek is still a fantastic player, Coco has a significant psychological advantage moving forward because she has her number. Świątek is aware that she is up against someone who has defeated her 4 times in a row every time these two on the court together. The razor-thin margins that frequently determine matches at the highest level make that kind of mental edge extremely useful. Gauff will also need to be consistent throughout the season, and she is already demonstrating that she can perform at her best on a variety of surfaces and in a variety of competitions. The United Cup is only the start of what looks to be an amazing year. Gauff has possibilities to accumulate ranking points and major titles across the full calendar, starting with the Australian Open and continuing through the clay court season, grass, and hardcourt swing leading up to the US Open. Her team also deserves a great deal of credit for the progress we're witnessing. The physical preparation, mental coaching, and tactical tweaks are all coming together at the perfect moment. Gauff's opponents are terrified because she will only become better as she acquires more experience at this elite level. Gauff is still only 21 years old, but she has the maturity and skill of someone much older, which makes her rise to the top much more plausible. Although she still has years of top tennis ahead of her, her current level of competition suggests that her prime is about to arrive. There's no denying the drive and hunger. It's evident in every point she makes. This person is not content to simply be good or even very good. Coco Gauff is prepared to work hard in order to achieve her goal of being the greatest. The American tennis community has been anticipating the emergence and leadership of another strong female player. Coco Gauff seems prepared to play that role as well. Given her strength, athleticism, and champion mentality, parallels to the Williams sisters are unavoidable. However, Gauff is penning her own distinct narrative. The era of Coco Gauff has begun, and there's no reason why she can't finish 2026 as the world's best if she keeps up her current level of performance against the best opponents. The tennis community needs to pay attention. Coco Gauff is not just on the rise, she has already arrived and is currently unstoppable.